6 weeks out from my first bodybuilding show, here's a day in the life of what it's like.
All right, it is currently 3:40 in the a.m., a little bit later in the morning, but you know, your boy needed a little bit extra sleep because yesterday was a high day. So I put in a little bit of extra work and also had a lot of extra food. So let's get this day started. All right, usually I leave the house pretty directly, but this prep has forced me to try and make as much volume as I can with as little as possible. So we are making ginger creamy in the AM now and the PM. But desperate time calls for desperate measures. My bad. We're getting it, baby. And then another part of my daily routine is making kind of a salt bomb shake along with just creatine. Because I don't know if any of you guys ever had those LMNT drinks, but they're absolutely fantastic and definitely showed me that I was lacking on my electrolytes. So that's what I like to make every morning. Put like 2 grams of salt in that, and we're good to go, baby. And don't think it's just raw down with salt. Got a raspberry lemonade country time packet, which does a lot for this drink, surprisingly. There you go. That's my little morning before the workout, though.
All right. We are good to go for the day. Now we're off to the gym. I like to have my Ninja Creamy in the AM whenever I'm driving. Give me something to snack on, although right now, way too cold, and I'm cutting, so my body fat is way lower. Oh, I'm freezing. It's all right though, because at least then I get to stay a little bit fuller for a little bit longer and a little bit earlier. So plans are per usual, since I normally coach guys from 8 a.m. to really 7 p.m. most time. I try and go to the gym super early, get on my cardio, get my steps in, get my workouts in. I'm a little later to the kick this morning just because I had a really good but long day yesterday, so my sleep was definitely needed. These last couple nights really have been just all out of whack, but I normally try and get to the gym around 3:30 or 4 o'clock. That way I can just kind of scoop for the rest of the day, because I get to work on content. I get to basically try and talk to you guys if I can, and then I have to train my guys. So I'm always kind of doing something, but that's all the plans are for today. So we're gonna head to the gym and I'll see you guys there. All right, made it to the gym. Feeling pretty good this morning so far. Yesterday was like one of my first full days without any caffeine, which was kind of crazy. I don't have to do that, but I've been kind of on a new routine, diet, and schedule, and honestly, yesterday I just didn't feel like I needed the need to have one, and I want to see if I can keep that rolling into it. Those salt drinks also help, because I didn't realize how lacking my electrolytes are, but that's a conversation for a different time. We're going to go in here and try and bang out 60 minutes of cardio, because I'm a little bit later today, so I'm not going to be able to get all of my steps in before I start training my guys, but I'm going to try and get a bunch of them in. So let's get into that. All right, boys, got our 60 minutes of cardio and our 12K in. So now we're just gonna get on to the rest of our day. All right, once I get my cardio and steps done for the day, my training block for all my clientele starts at 8 a.m. So I usually spend the day here on like from 8 a.m. to 6 or 7 p.m.-ish. And just because I enjoy it, I don't have to be here that long, but I love it and I love my guys. And in between there, I kind of try and fill the gaps with subtle content work where I can. But it is currently 7:52, so I've got a couple minutes before his training session gets started, and then we'll get going. And there he is, walked in before I had a chance to get my stuff set up, and brought me a ghost, or yeah, ghost, C4 cereal killer, which is, you know, breakfast cereal. I told you guys I wouldn't accept them, or I wouldn't get them unless they were given to me, so I'm gonna try and stay true to that for a little bit.
Normally each of my clients' training blocks are roughly an hour apiece or a little more depending on how much we yap, but in between training the boys I have to work on either getting more content filmed or just kind of feeding myself, so I keep a pretty tight schedule most days, which is nice when I'm deeper in prep.
Just like that, Sean has conquered the freaking workout like a G.
Sir.
We're gonna get on to our, I'm gonna have my little pre-workout meal and salt bomb of a shake, and then I'm gonna get on to my back day. Right, gonna get our pre-workout meal in here. Finally have a little bit of downtime, and then we'll get right back into it. So, gonna have a nice pull day today. Kind of excited because pull day's my favorite. If you know, you know. But I'm excited for this meal because, you know, any meal that I get right now, I'm gonna savor it. Pretty gas. Finish her off with Mrs. Taste. This is gas, no sodium, 0 sugar, and 0 cal, which is exactly what we need because sodium is gonna affect us quite a bit. We just shake her up. This is literally just like ground beef, sweet potato, and lettuce. I'll put the macros up on screen here. Not like a crazy amount, obviously. Today's a low day, so I'm only getting like 100 carbs to work with. I didn't get to film that high day yesterday, so it's not gonna be the same. But my high day was my leg day. I did like 225 carbs. But again, that's one day out of the week, unfortunately. But we'll get back to there at some point. But I'm gonna eat this and brain her out for like maybe 15-20 minutes, and then had a good full day. All right, I'm gonna get this workout started, but I gotta get that shake that I was telling you guys that I made this morning, which is fantastic. To most people, probably not, but electrolytes will wake you up and, you know, help you with your energy as well, because a lot of y'all are needing some more electrolytes in your freaking daily diet, so make sure you're getting them in. Haven't started the lift yet, but got my boy Lane here.
What's up, peeps?
Resurgence.
Let's hit some lifts, dog.
You
Hello in there, bro.
You ain't hitting a lift with me.
I actually would hit a lift if you would invite me, but you never invite me.
You're too busy for me. You'll never.
I am busy, but I would hit a lift with you. If you said, hey, can you hit a lift with me today, Lane? I would 100% hit a lift with you.
This guy.
You won't say that.
He wouldn't.
I 100% would.
All right, let's go hit a pull day.
Usually I try and get my training sessions done with my cardio as well, but being that I'm deeper in prep these days, that number on the treadmill is only getting higher, so my time is a little bit more limited in the mornings. So fitting my sessions in around my guys is also something I've had to change. I can't say I mind it all too much, but it does make for a tougher schedule since I also try and make sure that I'm constantly coming out with new content for you guys. The workouts themselves have not been too bad, but when I have to train on a low day, it is most noticeable, which is why carb timing is so important to try and keep my energy and drive a little higher. I also think it's worth noting that I have learned a lot about myself just getting deeper in prep, which has helped a lot and something that I'm going to apply going forward whenever I am done with it. For anyone else out there that is getting ready or going through prep, just know that it is going to be challenging, obviously, but you can either use this as a time to complain, or you can use it as a time to learn and better yourself whenever you're in the off season and use that to your advantage. Just make sure you do not let it affect the people around you.
All right, now that the lift is done, you know what that means. Your boy's a little hungry. I am craving my meal prep right now. Although, honestly, I'd be okay without it. Like, I could definitely tell that if I wanted to, I could push it off for even a couple more hours, but I don't really want to get in the habit of doing it too late, because then that means I'm kind of cramming in the evening, and it just leads to not great stuff. So, I'm gonna get this meal in. I cannot wait. All right, now we have our post-workout meal. Not like super voluminous, still about the same. I try to aim to keep mine about the same as my pre-workout meal as well. Only thing that's different in this one is I don't have any sweet potato because, again, I want 100 grams of carbs on a low day. Today just happened to be one of my low days as a full day, which I generally like to make my moderate days, but that's okay. We're gonna settle for this. Macros will be on screen here in a sec, and yeah, now I'm just ready to dig in. Also forgot to mention that I will be having a couple lightly salted rice cakes post-workout, you know, replenish the glycogen a little bit.
This is another one of those little moments in between training sessions where I can just edit some content and try and take advantage of that, because sometimes I'm booked back to back all day and I don't have that time. And then we're hopping right back into another training session with one of my boys. Even though it can be a little busy sometimes, I love every second of it because I get to see these guys grow and change every day. And then I have another pocket of space where I can actually work on editing more content, which honestly is super helpful whenever I'm trying to push out as much as I can as I am, because I want to make sure that I make quality content, but I also stay relevant and on top of it for you guys. I love the constant support from everybody in my surroundings and my comments, especially with my up and coming show.
Alrighty, last session of the day.
Beautiful morning, guys.
Heck yeah, I love this guy. He's always got the energy in the evenings. And boom, just like that, last session of the day done. Got my second to last meal. I'm gonna go home and have a creamy, but I'll show you guys that in a sec. I'll show you the macros, even though it's the same macros as my first meal of the day. But without further ado, going to go get in my car and drive home finally. All right, in the car, ready to drive home. I got about a half-hour drive to and from, so that's like perfect for me to find a great video to listen to, and also going to enjoy this last meal on the way home because I'm gonna need it. I'm very tired, but we love having a little sneaky snack on the road. So I'll see you guys home. All right, just pulled in my driveway, and not gonna lie to you guys, kind of car rotted for a second when I got home because it's been a long day, but you know, that ain't gonna stop me from getting a good little meal in and getting a little bit more work done for the evening. Last meal of the day, Ninja Creamy, love it. Put some chocolate and caramel sauce on this. The macros will also be listed right here. Obviously, I'm not getting a whole lot to work with on this cut, but if there's one thing that I have been doing is it's making as much volume as possible where I can. So lettuce has become my best friend, and water and protein powder with Ninja Creamies is actually pretty gas if you know how to do it right. And you know, a little bit of artificial sweetener, but who said that hurt? But this will be last meal of the day. Kind of getting ready to wind down for the evening, maybe do a little bit more work after. And that's pretty much my whole day as a bodybuilder in prep, while I have to coach others and also make content. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you like this type of or style of video. Would love to make more. Definitely a new piece for me, but other than that, that's all I got for you guys. I will be signing out. See you in the next one.